We don't need to tell you that when it comes to food and drink, Brooklyn is one very hot borough. We've got restaurants, bars, specialty stores. We are up to our lips in this stuff. But where do all those venues and shops get their ingredients and inventory? And where do you find out about that? You can get a great start by reading a new book called Made in Brooklyn, an essential guide to the borough's artisanal food and drink makers, published by Powerhouse Books and written by Susan Koenig and Melissa Schreiber-Vaughn. Melissa joins us now. Welcome to BK Live, Melissa.
Thanks for having me.
And she's brought a friend, our favorite friend, Alan Katz. He's the co-founder of New York Distilling Company, who I'm happy to say has brought in some of his wares, especially Mr. Katz's Rock and Rye. I'll never get tired of saying that for some reason. And he's gonna mix us a drinky poo or two. So happy Tipsy Tuesday to both of you guys. So I would ask you what inspired this book, but just looking at the cover, I'm already inspired. So how'd you get it done?
Well, you know, we felt like there was a moment in time where the maker movement, the artisanal, handmade, DIY food movement was just so vibrant in Brooklyn. And we wanted to celebrate that. We wanted to show, you know, the behind the scenes. We wanted people to learn about who was making the products, what kind of products were out there. And, you know, it's all around us. It's at the markets, it's at the shops, it's at the flea, and everybody's talking about this. And so we just felt like it was time to put it all together and celebrate.
So Alan, when did you enter the business? You've been riding this whole Brooklyn bubble?
I have. Well, we opened the distillery 4 years ago, and it's amazing that being part of a community of over a dozen distillers just in Brooklyn, and we all have different points of view. We make gins and rye whiskeys at New York Distilling Company. Our perspective is maybe a little bit different in that we're specifically focused on making spirits for cocktails.
Awesome. So in the spirit of making spirits for cocktails, what are you going to make for us?
Well, our first drink is something that's very delicious, but also very simple and quick to make.
We'll judge it.
You can. Here we go. It's called the Big Iron,
Okay.
and this is one of our new whiskey products. It's eponymous, Mr. Katz's
Full of
Rock
iron.
and Rye.
It's like a health drink.
It is.
Get
It
your
is.
iron
Well,
in for the
as you
day.
might be familiar, Rock and Rye, once upon a time, was perceived
Medicine.
to have health benefits.
Yeah.
That is erroneous, except that it will make you feel good. But this is simply 2 dashes of our Rock and Rye with a dash of Angostura, a dash of orange bitters. The drink is almost done.
Okay.
And we're going to add a little bit of ice.
Boy, admittedly, if anyone's been watching BK Live for 5 minutes, they know I'm a girl drink drunk. So this is going to be an adventure for me.
Well, here's one other thing to keep in mind, particularly
with hair on my chest.
On our Rock and Rye, it's only, and again, this comes with some experience, it's only 32.5% alcohol.
Okay, not even 40 proof.
Exactly. Compared to most spirits, it is relatively low proof. And easy to drink, and we'll give it a simple garnish because it's fun.
So Melissa, while he's garnishing, SNL has made fun of the artisanal mayo out in East New York. What, are we almost at a tipping point where Brooklyn is going from a brand to a punchline in terms of our wares here?
I don't really think so. Thanks, Alan. I don't really, cheers.
From my homies who ain't here, Greg, Aaron.
It smells amazing. I'm gonna wait a moment. I don't really think so. You know, I think the Brooklyn brand is real. It's certainly internationally, it's where everybody is looking right now. We kind of feel like the makers especially, they're reaching a really good plateau at the moment where they're maturing. You know, where the packaging is maturing, where the facilities are maturing. You know, the city is really behind them and trying their best to keep them here. I don't feel that this is a fad and it's a bubble. You know, the manufacturing has been in this borough since the 1800s, since before, and a lot of the, you know, we've got 10 or so makers in this book who have been here since the early part of the century, last century. And, you know, they're still thriving and they're having a whole, you know, revival.
So give me your first among equals. Who are some folks that we happen to have pictures of that you really like and that you contributed write-ups from
the newer or some of the old, or whoever.
Give me a legacy pick and a little upstart.
Well, you just turned to Fox's You Bet. Oh, there's Kim kimchi.
Oh,
so
yeah. We've
so he's
had
been
that
around
before.
for about 8 years.
Yeah.
That's Kadim O. He's a fantastic kimchi maker. He basically wanted kimchi like
good
his mom
stuff.
made. It's amazing.
It really is good.
He's fantastic. He's going national.
Really?
A lot of these makers are national and some of them are international, but they're really growing their businesses. Oh, that's Steve from Key Lime Pie.
Oh, yeah.
He managed to survive the storm and move his facility to a bigger facility. That's his wife who works with him in the
Big Sandy
photo.
story.
It's a wonderful photo. Everything is made by hand. His crust. These are the guys. This is a father and son from Fox's You Bet.
Okay.
Been in Brownsville for
famous egg cream.
several generations. His father, David's father, grandfather founded it.
It's not an egg cream without the foxes.
It's absolutely not an egg cream. And we do have a recipe for egg cream in the book, which is nice. Acme Smoked Fish, one of my favorites. They are
Broadway
in
Triangle,
Williams.
yeah.
Yep. They're phenomenal. They are also still family owned.
I used to live blocks away from there.
Fish Friday, it's like the favorite day of the week.
Yes.
There's nothing better.
We're coming up on 1 minute before I have to finish all these drinks.
I better
So
taste
what are
mine.
we having next?
Well, I've got another. This is a little bit more complex creation, but so you're tasting the Big Iron.
Yeah.
Again, very straightforward. Just a little bit of an accent
It's
off
actually
of.
good. I can actually not choke this down.
All right, well, get ready for this. This is a second drink just to show the versatility of something so simple.
This is our 1 minute cocktail.
Here we go. This is the Harper's Ferry, which is Mr. Katz's Rock and Rye, a little bit of fresh lime juice,
Right.
simple syrup,
All right. This sounds
Cognac.
my speed.
and aged rum. And this is a lovely seasonal cocktail.
A drum, you said. What's a drum? Did you say a drum?
I didn't. Here's what I said.
Okay.
That this was.
I'm already drunk.
That's okay.
apologize.
One sip.
I'm like,
This
what did I
rock
say?
and the rock and roll. So we're like 30 seconds
Here you
away.
go. This is it. Watch
So
this.
I want to thank you guys in advance for being here. The book is available now. It makes the best gift for those who've flown the Brooklyn Coops, including our lovely Tati, who's live in the D now. But thank you guys for being
Cheers.
here. I'm going to toast to you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
And made in
Thanks for
Brooklyn.
having
You
us.
have to come back and visit us. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.